Sunday.
Hey guys, we soon gonna get into the NXT predictions for this upcoming PLE, which is Heatwave. Let's tune in at the red carpet ring.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
All right, guys, we here back at the red carpet ring. We're gonna talk about NXT Heatwave 2025 final predictions. You guys get the lights as we come into the ring. We'll go over the predictions. I'll go over each match on the card, give my final prediction of who's going to win what match, why they're going to win that match, and what other factors will follow. But let's start off here with the first match. I got no particular order. First match we got here on the card is the singles match between Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace. I would say after what Jordynne Grace been going through, she's been taking a lot of L's. I would say Jordynne Grace is going to defeat Blake Monroe in this match, and maybe afterwards Jordynne can work her way back into the title picture for the NXT Women's Championship, if not the NXT Championship, the North American one. The mixed tag team match between Chelsea Green, Ethan Page, and Tyra and Tavion. I got Tavion and Tyra May Steele winning this particular matchup. This is the Peace Treaty USA versus Canada. Now, we got the triple threat number one contendership, Jaida Parker, Lola versus Kelani Jordynne. I have Jaida Parker winning. I would like Lola to win, but they always seem to go with Jaida Parker when it comes to number one contendership matches. Jaida always get inserted to the title picture some way, somehow. I got another one here. We got Heatwave for the NXT Tag Team Championship, DarkState versus Hang and Take. DarkState is going to win the Tag Team Championships, and they're going to beat Hank and Tank. We're going to have ourselves brand new tag team champions. I believe that's how that's going to go. If Hank and Tank can pull it out, that would be great, but DarkState may pull an upset and just beat them. Now, the triple threat between Jacy versus Ash by Elegance and Masha Slamovich. It may be a possibility Jacy may lose tonight. I could see Ash by Elegance pulling an upset. Masha Slamovich get the title back, but either way, Jacy does not walk out with the TNA Knockouts Championship. Now we got Javon Evans versus Femi for the NXT Championship match. Javon Evans going to put up a good fight. He'll get close. He'll have some near falls. He will get real close, but Femi, the ruler, is still going to win. He will defeat Javon Evans and retain his NXT Championship and continue his long run he's been doing. I think Oba's at over 200 days as NXT champion, so I don't see Javon pulling it off. He'll get close, but this will set him up for maybe being champion in the near future. I definitely see a future bright ahead for Javon Evans. He's been putting in the work. He put in great matches. If he could defeat Trick, a former NXT champion, he will win the NXT champion at some given point in his career. We just don't know when. I mean, Javon's only 21. He got some time ahead of him. I will say for NXT Heatwave, they got 5 matches on the card as a whole. It's going to be a good setup. I know they have NXT No Mercy coming up. I believe they have Halloween Havoc coming up. And then I think deadline will be in December unless they change it. But we only got 3 PLEs left of the year after Heatwave. Heatwave normally puts on some good matches and sets up for those later PLEs. But I don't see too many. I see maybe 2 title changes in the 5 matches. We could see the NXT Tag Team Championship changing. Hank and Tank, they've been good. You know, it's just DarkState's on a run. If they're going to be this dominant stable that they're going to be, they're going to need the NXT Championships to prove it. They've been on roster for several months now. They've been good in matches. They've been winning all of their matches. We rarely ever see DarkState lose, especially when it comes to an NXT Tag Team Championship match. So I don't see them losing this match when it comes to the NXT Tag Team Championships. Now, when it comes to Kelani, Lola and Jaida Parker, like I spoke about this before, Jaida Parker, she's solid, she's decent, but I think she gets too many title shots. Last year alone, she had about 2-3 title opportunities. She already had a couple this year. It's always Jaida Parker or Jordynne Grace in the NXT Women's title picture. I would like to see Lola Vice or even Kelani Jordynne get into the NXT title picture, at least get a shot at it. I'm kind of quite surprised when it comes to number one contendership for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm surprised Lash Legend was not involved in this match. Lash Legend she did it great at WWE Evolution. It just had a good match with Nia Jax on NXT last week. I thought she would be one of the number one contenders, be a number one contender match competing for that spot. I thought it should have been Lash Legend versus Lola Vice versus Kelani. I mean, I like Jaida and all, but I would like to see more people get opportunities. Lash Legend been on the NXT brand for 4 years. I don't think I ever seen her fight for the NXT Women's Championship. If she did, it was a long time ago. It hasn't been recent. So I thought she should at least been a front runner to at least fight for the contendership. Unless they have plans for Lash Legend to soon go to the main roster, because she has, she fought Nia, she looked good, she's been on the Royal Rumble and other stuff like that. Unless they have plans for her to go to the main roster, and I haven't seen her on Raw or SmackDown, she should have been involved in that match. They could have made a 4-way match if they want to keep Jaida. Should have been Jaida versus Kelani versus Lola and Jaida and Lash Legend. It should have been all 4 of them. It shouldn't have been just 3. Now, when it comes to the Knockout Championship with Jacy Jane, there's still cracks alongside Fatal Influence. And the reason I say she may lose because Jasmine Nix or Fallon Henley's going to mess up. I would say Jasmine Nix, or Jasmine Nix could purposely sabotage Jacy Jane by the mistreatment of her and Fallon Henley, treating her like she's a lackey. And it may cost her the TNA Knockout Championship. Now, whoever from TNA walks out with it, could be Masha or Ash by Elegance. Don't be surprised if Ash by Elegance walks out with that championship, formerly known as Dana Brooke in NXT, for those who don't know. We could see that happen. But if Jacy Jane retains, it's going to be very, very good, very surprising, and it's going to show she's going to have a very long, decent run because she won the belt back, Slammiversary. She had it for a month now, so she can have it for quite some more time. As far as the Femi and Javon Evans, Femi needs to defeat Javon Evans because they're going to sound like they're setting up a title versus title match for the men's division. Trick Williams still the TNA World Champion. And I think they're going to have Trick Williams fight Femi title versus title. And I can see Trick Williams actually winning that match and having both belts just like Jacy Jane does right now. I don't see Javon Evans winning an NXT title. Then just to lose it to Trick in the title versus title match, it make more sense if Oba wins. Because we have to remember, Trick Williams has never defeated Femi for any championship ever. Oba always had Trick's number. I mean, Oba pinned Trick in a triple threat to win the NXT championship. So I think to run that back, they're going to do a title versus title, and it makes only sense storyline to have Femi retain the NXT championship in the championship match at Heatwave. But that's the only way I would do that. There's no other way. Blake Monroe, Jordynne Grace, like I said, Blake Monroe is going to try to cheat. Jordynne Grace is going to get her. It makes sense for her to win. I can see Jordynne Grace being the next person to compete for the NXT Women's Championship after she defeats Blake Monroe. Now, if there's some chance that Blake Monroe wins, I could see her or they could have another match. If Blake Monroe wins, her and Jordynne can have another match. But I see Jordynne Grace still winning. And either way, Jordynne Grace is going to work her way back into the title picture, like I said before. Or if not, the NXT Women's Championship, maybe the Women's North American Championship. Speaking of which, that's not on the card, so Ruka will not be defending her title. She doesn't have a competitor right now. So maybe one of these women in one of these matches, whoever don't win a number one contendership for the Women's NXT Women's Championship, they can go on and fight Sol Ruka for that title. Or, like I said, when the Blake Monroe, Jordynne Grace story ends, maybe if they don't fight for the NXT Women's Championship, they can fight for the Women's North American Championship. That's also a possibility. But only time will tell what's going to happen. Now, are we going to see a surprise appearance from somebody? Maybe Trick Williams costs Javon the title. I don't know. A lot of stuff can happen. But other than that, though, that's all I have for NXT Heatwave 2025 final predictions. You guys let me know who you got winning each match. Click the link to the next video below. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUT.